Independence High School for tonight's big 6A region matchup between the visiting Franklin Rebels and these Independence Eagles. Michael Williams flying solo tonight here at Independence Stadium. We've got a packed house as the crowd begins to settle in. We've got Heritage Middle School and Elementary School, they're here providing some ruckus, and the Rebellion there across the way, ready to get this one underway. Franklin comes in with a 1-3 record. Independence at 2-2. Franklin with their first win last weekend over McGavock. And Independence, they scored a big win over Hillsboro. So these two guys going toe-to-toe tonight as you see this opening kickoff sail into the end zone. Scott Blades, head coach of the Independence Eagles. And Nate Cisco, the quarterback for Independence. Had a nice week last week, did Nate. 18 of 23, I believe he threw for 341 yards, responsible for 5 touchdowns. So here we go. We're flying blind tonight. I have no monitor, and we have no scoreboard, so I'm going to keep up with it as best I can. Cisco is out to pass to begin with, knocked away nicely by number 24. That's Matt Gaka, who defended on the play, the 11th grader. Brings up 2nd down and 10. The Rebels got off the losing kick last weekend with a big win over McGavock at Franklin. McGavock came into the game undefeated, but Franklin able to uncork a win 34-7. The inside give, that is bottled up nicely by the Rebel defense. Thrown for a loss is number 21, Troy Henderson. We were here a couple of weeks ago, and the fellas that are running the show tonight like it a heck of a lot better than last time we were here because it was raining sideways. We were dealing with Hurricane Harvey at the time, and we were floating up here, and it was probably about 30 degrees cooler as well. But we've got a nice night tonight. As we get underway, Cisco again back to pass, and he will be wrapped up. So that Franklin defense really bowing its neck is Rashad Jenkins. The 11th grader comes up with the big sack. So Franklin, or Independence rather, will be forced to punt it away.
Eagles will punt it away. Well to kick for the Eagles.
Going to see a couple of fantastic punters tonight. As Kyle Greenwell, Scott Blade was talking on the coaches show today. That one will be partially blocked. And Franklin's defense coming up big to open the game. They will block the punt and take over at the Independence 36-yard line, 1st and 10. Well, we thought we might have a chance to see Greenwell kick it away. Scott Blades, like I was saying earlier, his young punter, his 12th grader actually, they think he has Division I potential. Was watching him earlier in warm-ups, and he was booting 60-yard punts like it was nobody's business. So the Rebels now, they'll take over 1st and 10 from the Independence 36-yard line. Carter Hendry, number 6, he'll run the show for the Rebels, as Coach Donnie Webb will absolutely look to run the ball. And that's number 24 on the give, Matt Gaka. He'll be stacked up after a short gain. Again, we have no scoreboard, so I can't necessarily tell you the time. We're a couple of minutes into the first quarter. I can do my best guess. And my best guess on the distance, I can have the down. I know the down. But I'm going to have to guess the distance right now. But 2nd down and about 8 as Hendry again. Another short gain. He'll cross the 30-yard line, get up to about the 28. Depends on where they spot it. Brings up 3rd down. So 3rd down and about 3 for Franklin. Boy, Franklin's defense really came to life there in that opening series. Stuffing 2 runs and getting a sack and a blocked punt. So 3rd down and about 3. Here goes the Rebs. The jet sweep. That is to number 4, Davis Whitehurst. Scoots down the right side and he falls over the pylon. There is a flag on the play. And they'll mark Whitehurst out at about the 5. But I believe that one's going to come back on a holding penalty. So back the Rebels up about 10 yards from the spot of the foul. And they'll mark the ball about the 34-yard line of Independence. Still remains 3rd down. So that's the call. Holding on the Rebs.
Replay 3rd down.
So the replay 3rd down. Call it about 3rd and about 8. Hendry again. Try the jet sweep to the left, and Hendry will be fake the jet sweep actually, and Hendry will be knocked down inside the 35-yard line. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Jackson and Schaefer in on the big stop for the Eagles. Brings up 4th down for the Rebels.
So the Rebs have about 4th down and about 7. And Scott Blade still, or Donnie Webb rather, still hasn't marched his punt team on the field yet. So wondering what they're thinking here. So Franklin will take the delay and this time bring their punting unit out on the field.
Timeout Franklin.
So number 85, Landon Carter for the Rebels. Coach Webb talking earlier today saying that his punter over the last few games has been perhaps his most valuable player thus far on the season. That's great news for Landon. But when your punter's your best player so far, then you know you've got some offensive woes. So taking my best guess, we're about under 8 minutes to go here in the first quarter. No score. A couple of 3 and outs for both units so far. As Carter is set to kick it away, nobody is back for Independence. Carter goes straight up with it. Got a defender back there, and Franklin will down it right there at the 5-yard line. So nicely done for the Rebs on the punt unit there. As Independence comes back out and tries to take over. Franklin had a nice couple of stops there on that opening series for Independence, and we'll see if the Eagles can manage some ball movement this time. Cisco again at quarterback, 2 receivers to his left. He throws to the right, and that will be picked off by number 31, Jet Wilson. He's got the pick. Ball pops straight out of the receiver's chest. And Jet Wilson, one of my former students from the middle school days, comes up with a big pick. So Franklin will take over 1st and goal at the Independence 6-yard line. Huge turnaround for the Rebels here. See a couple of big bookends there for Franklin, number 75 and number 77. Those boys are brothers. That's Max and Jake Ray. Max is number 75. He is committed to Ohio State University as a 4-star offensive lineman. Flirted with Georgia for a little while and with the University of Tennessee, but ultimately it was the Buckeyes that swayed him. So he'll be headed up there next fall as a freshman. So that first pass batted away. Big Max will go about 6'7", 290. His brother is a little bit shorter, but outweighs him by about 15 pounds. The inside give there, that's to Matt Gaka, and he wrestles his way to the 3-yard line.
Down about the 3-yard line.
Matt Gaka, one of 5 brothers in the Gaka household. So 3rd down and goal. Ball spotted at the 4-yard line of Independence. Franklin with a great opportunity to put some points on the board here early. Again, that is kept by Carter Hendry. And he will sneak in on that left side and put the Rebels up 6-0 about midway here through the first quarter. So the big pick by Jet Wilson turns into points for the Rebels as they take the early 6-0 lead. Chris Miller-Hill on to kick the point after, and that is straight and true. So Franklin takes the early 7-0 lead over the host Independence Eagles. Jet Wilson with the big pick there at about the 5-yard line. And Carter Hendry able to mosey his way into the end zone for pay dirt. So Franklin again, 7-0 early. These Rebels again coming into this game with a record of 1-3. Independence even on the year at 2-2.
Folks, we can't tell you the exact time, but it still is the first quarter.
Between both of these teams, they have played opponents with a combined record of 14-2 on the year. So there are no breaks for either one of these squads. Every Friday night is a brand new test. So they still don't have the scoreboard working, and again, we are kind of flying blind, and I have no monitor to look at. So what you see is what I see. And I've got no insight to anything.
Miller-Hill to kick off for the Rebels.
Chris Miller-Hill set to kick it away for Franklin. And he will boot it deep, and that will fly into the end zone for no return. So once again, the Eagles will take over at their 20-yard line. Got an Eagle down at about the 30. Can't tell who that is. So they'll come out and check on the shaken up Independence player. Michael Williams here flying solo tonight. Got all the WCTV crew here running the show. Perfect night for football here in mid-September. Still can't quite tell who the injured Eagle is. That is number 25, Aaron Reynolds, if I see that correctly. And you may have tweaked a knee or an ankle there.
Waller, the injured Eagle.
Davion Fleming Waller, sorry about that. These old eyes kind of deceive me from time to time. So Waller will ease off the field. 1st and 10, Independence from their own 20. Cisco back to pass, inside, caught by number 22. That's Jackson Wiggins. And he'll be up close to the first down, just shy of the 30-yard line. And they'll mark it about the 29. Bring up 2nd down and 1. And again, we have no scoreboard, so I can't quite tell the time that we have remaining here in the first. Probably over halfway done with the first quarter by now. Cisco again, inside give, and that will be bottled up, but swung outside, still on his feet is number 21, that is Troy Henderson. Henderson will pick up the first down, turn nothing into something as he crossed the 35-yard line up to the 37. So Andy picks up their first down of the night on their 3rd series, and they are in business. Henderson looked to be swallowed up there, but was able to bounce back inside and takes it across the 35-yard line. 1st and 10, Independence. Cisco again, back to pass, looks to his left. This time it's inside. Again, Henderson bounces outside, but wrestled down at about the 45-yard line. That was TJ Sheffield on the reception. Gets it up to about the 44-yard line, brings up 2nd down. 2nd down and about 4 to go. So a couple of different offensives tonight. Franklin looks to run the ball consistently while the Eagles look to put it up through the air. So 3 receivers to Cisco's right this time. He looks right, fires right. That one caught by the big receiver.
Cisco to Scurry again, and that's another Eagle Bridgewater.
That reception made by Story. Again, Independence able to pick up the first down. Kendrell Scurry. Tall receiver at 6'4", list him at 180 pounds is Scurry, the 11th grader. So again, Independence on the move, kind of bogged down in their first couple of series, but now they are clicking. Cisco again, passing to his right, this time wide open in the middle is number 23, all the way for the score. That is Kendrell Scurry again. Tyrus Jackson, sorry about that. 27, he was on the reception. So Independence knots it at 7 here.
Point after is good. That makes the score 7-7.
So Tyrus Jackson on the long reception. Found a soft spot right there in the middle of that Franklin defense. Able to make a couple of defenders missed and on his way to pay dirt. So we are knotted at 7 here. Still in the first quarter, we believe.
That point after was not good.
And we checked the PAT and we discovered that the PAT was no good. So our new score is 7-6. Franklin still maintains a 1-point edge here. It's a lot easier to do this game when you've got numbers and lights that you can look at. But we'll manage as best we can. Ready to kick away is Independence, number 93. That is Matthew Rigney. The junior. Franklin set to receive. And that can be brought back. Rebels again, breaking through, crossing the 30 and over the 40-yard line.
Ball comes out to the 35 on the return.
With the 35, rather. John Connor Craig with a nice return. So Franklin takes over 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. as the Rebel offense marches back on the field. The give is to Jenkins on the right side. He's up close to the 40-yard line. Pickup of about 3.
Jenkins with the carry for the Rebels brings up second down, gain of about 4.
Official timeout on the field. As I believe we have an equipment issue. It's number 26, John Taylor. He'll ease off, and Spencer Holder will come back. He'll line up at wide receiver. So Hendry again. Puts the big back in motion again. Jenkins tries to bounce it outside, but he'll get wrapped up. Knocked down there at about the 37, so no gain on the play. Brings up third down.
Loss of about 1.
So third down and about 8 for the Rebels. Carter Hendry again. Back in the shotgun again. The give inside. This will go almost nowhere as Rashad Jenkins able to get up to about the 40-yard line, but he'll be well short of the first down. So the Rebels forced to kick. TJ Sheffield for Independence will come on to receive. And again, Landon Rolls, the 10th grader.
Chapman on the last stop for Indy.
Nope, wrong roster. Landon Carter on to kick for Franklin. Sorry about that. Boots it away, not so great, and that will fly out of bounds at about the 36-yard line, where Independence will take over 1st and 10. So Franklin started off like gangbusters on defense, but they've been going backwards ever since. So the Eagles will take over 1st and 10 at their 40-yard line, at their own 40-yard line.
The wall that's at the end of the end zone, please. The wall is off limits at the end of the end zone. Thank you.
Not quite sure of our time in the quarter, but we are still probably in the bottom third of the first quarter. 1st and 10 Independence from their own 40. Cisco, 2 receivers to his left, 2 receivers to his right. Back to pass again, looks, and he will be crunched by number 4, Davis Whitehurst. Cisco never saw Whitehurst coming to from his left side, from his right side there.
Also about 6 on the play, brings up second down.
And got stuffed. Wouldn't have wanted to be on the receiving end of that one. So a loss of about 6 yards on the play. Again, Cisco back in the gun. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Fires down the middle. That one caught.
Cisco to TJ Sheffield.
Sheffield crosses the 45-yard line up to about the 46. We'll call it the 47. Brings up third down.
Till the first quarter, scores 7-6.
About 4 yards to go. So 3rd and 4. Cisco took a beating on that sack a second ago, but has collected himself and fires down again, and that one just out of the hands of Kendrell Scurry that time. Or check that, that's Jace Roberts. So unable to connect on the pass, and that brings up 4th down. Independence gets to punt it away for the 2nd time tonight.
Brings up 4th down for the Eagles. Greenwell back to punt.
So Independence punts it away. Beautiful kick. Tight spiral. Can be returned, and it will be returned. Number 5 is John Connor Craig, and he's knocked out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. So a decent return provided given the distance of the punt. And John Carter Craig able to punch it up to about the 29-yard line. Franklin takes over 1st and 10. Again, we're still in the bottom third of the first quarter. We have no scoreboard tonight. So we're trying to make our best educated guess as to what our time is and what our down and distance is. Maybe it'll come back on, but who knows. Score is, thought it was knotted at 7-up, but we had a missed PAT by Independence, so Franklin still maintains a 1-point edge. As Hendry sails the pass wide, incomplete. That brings up 2nd down and 10. Got a Rebel shaken up over there on the far sideline. And another official timeout. So again, the Rebs come into this game notching their first win last Friday with a big 34-7 win over McGavock. I think that's right. 34-7, yeah, 34-7 over McGavock. I'll check that. I said both these teams come in with going against teams with a combined record of 14-2. That's Franklin has played teams with a combined record of 14-2. Independence coming into tonight's game with a big win last week over Hillsborough. So they are even on the year at 2-2, are the Eagles. Davis Whitehurst was the shaken up Rebel over on the far sideline. Had a huge sack, did Whitehurst there a few plays ago. Backed Independence up, and a big reason why the Eagles had to punt it right there. So 2nd down and 10 for Franklin from their own 29-yard line. Rebels lead 7-6 as Independence was unable to connect on the PAT after their touchdown. So Hendry again. 2 receivers to his right. He'll keep it this time, cuts to his left, got a little bit of green, and he'll scoot past the 40-yard line, and just shy of the 45, he'll have the 1st down. Was Carter Hendry.
Gomez in on the tackle for the Eagles.
Gets it up to the 45, so Franklin has a 1st down. So 1st and 10 Rebels. 2 receivers to his right this time. The give up the middle. That's number 24, Matt Gaka. He crosses the 50, the scrum right there. And he'll fall just shy of the 1st down. Pickup of about 7. Depends on where they spot. Yeah, about 7 yards on that one. So 2nd down, 3. As Franklin crosses midfield. As we still see the fellas down there at the scoreboard punching buttons and plugging things in. See if we can get that sucker working before too much longer. Hendry again, a little confusion there, and he'll be dropped at about the line of scrimmage, so no gain for the Rebs. Brings up 3rd down and about 3. And we've got another injured Rebel down. This time it's number 6. That is Hendry, the quarterback.
Injured Rebel on the field, number 6, Carter Hendry.
So Hendry is down, and they still check on him. Josh Nichols is the 10th grader, backup QB, who waits in the wings there. As Hendry's able to get up, he's hobbling quite a bit. Turn that ankle, but he's able to run off under his own power, which is a good sign. Maybe we'll see him again a little bit later.
Henry gets off the field under his own power. Folks, under a minute to go in the first quarter.
So our stadium announcer just said we have under 1 minute to go here in the first quarter. Franklin again. Third down and about 4 from the Independence 47-yard line. We have another timeout on the field. And that will be the end of the first quarter. So at the end of 1, Franklin still maintains a 7-6 edge over Independence.
Folks, that's the end of the first quarter. Here at Independence, your score, Rebels 7, Independence 6.
Michael Williams here, flying solo tonight at Independence Stadium for this big Region 6A matchup between the 1-3 Franklin Rebels and the 2-2 Independence Eagles, fighting for position here in Region 6A. Top dog in the area right now is Oakland, down in Murfreesboro. They are ranked number 1 in the state in 6A ball. Independence played Oakland the first game of the year, came up a bit short. Brentwood, Ravenwood seem to be established as the top dogs in Williamson County at the moment. Summit also having a decent year. Independence on a bit of a rebuilding kick. They came into this season having won way more games than they had lost. And they find themselves in unfamiliar territory at 500 on the early part of the year. So here we go again. Franklin again, number 24, that is Gaka one more time, and he's able to wrestle his way up past the 45-yard line. And they'll mark the ball at the 41, so 1st and 10 Rebels. And I can't tell if that is Hendry back on the field or not for Franklin. The inside give to 24, that's Gaka again, finds a little bit of room and dances his way up past the 30-yard line, close to the 25, and he'll pick up another 1st down for the Rebels.
Robertson in on the tackle.
So Hendry is back out there. Injury appeared to be much worse than it apparently actually was. So the Rebs again, 1st and 10 in business here at the 26-yard line, 1st and 10. Gaka with a couple of nice runs. Hendry back out, fires a little too hard for number 26, and that was John Taylor, the intended receiver. Brings up 2nd down 10. Taylor wide open there in the middle, but a little too much heat on that one. And comes up short, so an incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Ball again spotted there at the 26-yard line, just inside the 27.
Rebels 2nd and 10.
Hendry again. Receiver goes in motion. This time it is again to Gaka. Gaka up the middle, and he'll be close to another 1st down as he crosses the 20 up to about the 19-yard line. So it'll be just about a football length shy of the 1st. Brings up 3rd down for the Rebs. As we are just underway here in the 2nd quarter, Franklin leading 7-6. Hendry again. This time, one more time to Gaka as he runs into a big pile of people. And that will fall short of the 15-yard line, rather. Bring up 4th down. Might be, yeah, just again, no gain on the play.
Brings up 4th and 1 for the Rebels.
So Donnie Webb with a bit of a decision to make here. And it looks like they will go for it. The Rebs. 4th down, Hendry again. He's gonna, well, back to Gaka, so Gaka is across the 15-yard line. Ball is loose. I think they're gonna whistle that one dead, however. And Franklin's gonna have the 1st down as Gaka is able to cross the 15-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Rebs now. Again,
on the carry, it's gonna be a 1st down for the Rebels.
Back in business inside the 15, or just right there at the 15. Gaka number 24, the 11th grader, listed at 6'2", just a shade under 200 pounds. So the Rebs again. Hendry again. Crosses his receivers. Think we're going to have illegal motion on that one. Two receivers went into motion at the same time. And that's a no-no. Is going to back up the Rebels. They look kind of cool. But a couple of players not on the same page there. So back up the Rebels. Spot the ball at the, well, the 2nd down now for Franklin. Ball spotted back at the 20-yard line. This time, the pitch to the wide side. Number 3, that is Gentry Neese. He's chased out of bounds. So not a huge gain right there, just a yard perhaps, as Neese has run out of bounds over there on that left side. Brings up 3rd down.
Junior forces him out of bounds on the far sideline.
So a steady dose of Gaka. Matt Gaka got the Rebs down there close, but the penalty backed them up, and so Franklin now having to fight for its life here. Gaka again weaving his way in the middle, and he'll cross the 5-yard line, or cross inside the 10-yard line rather, and that will bring up 4th down. So again, does Donnie Webb roll the bones here and try for this touchdown, or looks like he's going to send his field goal unit out on the field?
Rebels on for the field goal attempt.
So number 16, Christopher Miller-Hill. And John Critchlow is the holder. He's got to get out of there, and he throws it into the end zone. Caught for the touchdown is number 26, John Taylor. So Critchlow, the holder, able to throw the ball into the end zone, and Franklin comes away with the score. Critchlow able to see his receiver toward the back of the end zone, able to fire and find his receiver, and Franklin comes away with 6 as opposed to 3. So they messed up in reverse.
Miller-Hill for the extra
So
point.
Miller-Hill, instead of trying for the field goal, will now try for the PAT. And he will knock it straight and true. So Franklin, they'll take a 14-6 lead here into the 2nd quarter.
Rebels 14, Independence 6.
So what looked to be a massive mistake on the part of Franklin turned into the success story so far tonight, as the holder, John Critchlow, the senior,
Under 9 minutes
able to have the presence of mind to run to that right side and find a receiver in the end zone. Score touchdown. High school football, you gotta love it. So the Rebs on to kick now. TJ Sheffield back for Independence, number 2. He, along with Troy Henderson and Kendrell Scurry back there to receive. Miller Hill again set to kick it away. Check that. That's Chase Rob. Nope. Again, wrong.
Miller Hill to kick. Sheffield seats.
I am right. Christopher Miller Hill. He'll boot it, and this one has an opportunity to be returned, but I believe that was Scurry. He'll have both feet in the end zone.
Eagles will pick up shop on the 20.
TJ Sheffield, rather. He was on the reception. So Independence takes over 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Franklin leading 14-6 here. As we are into the second quarter, again, we have no scoreboard tonight, so I can't quite tell the time. Can keep up with the score, and I can keep up with the down and maybe the distance. Here's the pass by Cisco. That one is caught. TJ Sheffield finding a little bit of room, and he's got a nice gain out to the 44-yard line of Franklin. So about a 37-yard pickup there for Independence. Great pump fake by Cisco. Buys Sheffield a little bit of room, and Sheffield able to find some green there and get to the center of the field before he's brought down inside the 45-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Independence. Cisco back to pass, got his receiver again, the tall receiver. That is well, I can't remember the number. Having a hard time seeing these numbers out here. Well, nevertheless, pass was dropped. Brings up 2nd down and 10, as I've got a bug on my glasses. Cisco again out. By number 21, Troy Henderson. That one will fall short. Kendrell Scurry was the receiver before that. I yelled the tall receiver, that's Kendrell Scurry. He is tall at 6'4", 180 pounds. So 3rd down, as Independence lost some real estate on that one. About call it 3rd and about 14 here. Cisco again, he's got 3 receivers to his right, and Franklin with the big inside blitz. And number 20 for the Rebels, that was Critchlow again, able to blow through and sack Cisco.
Cisco taken down by number 20, Critchlow.
Bring up 4th down, and Indy forced to punt.
Brings up 4th down, the Eagles will punt it away.
John Connor Craig stands back just inside his own 20-yard line. As Indy set to punt it away. Decent kick. Craig calls for the fair catch. About the 20. Brings up 1st down and 10 for the Rebels.
Rebel ball on the 20.
So Franklin coming in this game with a record of 1-3. They are surprising the host Independence Eagles at the moment, as they have a 14-6 advantage. As we are midway through the second quarter.
Under 7 minutes to go in the half. Rebel ball.
Figured we were about halfway, so we are about 7 minutes to go, under 7 minutes to go here in the quarter. So Franklin again from their own 20. This time, Hendry gets up past the 20, finds a little bit of room. Dropped just shy of the 30-yard line, and we've got a flag on the play.
Hendry on the carry, taken down by number 8, Buhner. Flag on the play.
And the referee is looking at Matt Gaka, so he may have been called for a hold there. Might have even been a personal foul. We'll take a second to figure this out. So unsportsmanlike on Franklin, and that will back them up 15 yards.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Rebels.
So Gaka having such a great night, kind of lost his cool right there, and Franklin is forced back to about the 15-yard line.
That'll bring up second down for Franklin.
Backs the Rebels up to about the 5-yard line, so a big penalty right there. And Gaka will certainly hear about that over there on the sideline by Coach Donnie Webb. Second and long now. Ball spotted at the 15. So it brings up second and 15. Here go the Rebs. Hendry with 2 receivers to his left. The inside give to Jenkins this time, and Rashad, he'll take it up to about the 25-yard line.
Jenkins with the carry for the Rebels.
Rashad Jenkins, the 11th grader.
Third down.
It's about 5 yards short of a first, brings up 3rd down and 5, so a nice pickup there by the 11th grader Rashad Jenkins. Another one of my former students from years ago. Hendry now again with 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. The inside give to Jenkins again, and he's crossed the 26-yard line, but bring up 4th down. And Coach Donnie Webb sends his punt team onto the field.
Hey folks, we remind you we've got some great halftime entertainment coming up with the Franklin and Independence bands performing. Stick around, lots of halftime action.
So Carter again. Landon Carter, they list him at 6'3", 205, and Coach Webb was talking. He is a avid weight trainer, is Landon Carter. Big kid. Not such a big leg that time as he shanks that one out of bounds.
Carter with the punt.
So Carter has a 5-yard punt. They'll spot the ball just inside the 30-yard line at the 29. Independence takes over 1st and 10. As we're at the bottom third of the second quarter. Cisco again. Receivers stacked to his left and to his right, but it'll go inside this time. That is number 21. That is Troy Henderson. Able to dance out to about the 25-yard line, so maybe a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd down and about 7.
Under 6 minutes to go in the half.
Cisco again with Henderson in the backfield. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Looking for Scurry this time as he tries to come back, but that is caught
East on the tackle for the Rebels. That brings up another Independence Eagle Sweetwater Pools. First down.
DeRaga on the catch for Independence. Nice rollout. Raga underneath Scurry that time. 3 receivers stacked to the left for Cisco. He looks to his left, rolling left, flushed out by Franklin, and the Rebels again sack with the sack, and who comes up away with it? Ball is loose, and the referee will say Independence has it. So what looked to be almost a sure thing turns into disaster for Independence as they lose the ball back to their own 35-yard line. A massive loss on the play.
With a big recovery for the Eagles. Thank you, Carter.
So ball spotted way back at the 35-yard line. So a loss of about 20 yards on the play after it was kicked backwards. 3 receivers to his right for Cisco. Looking, firing, down to the left side, just out of the reach of number 2, TJ Sheffield. Good play call there, but just a little wide there. Brings up 3rd down. And now we have the semblance of a scoreboard. We've got lights, but we have a huge inaccuracy. He's saying 5 minutes to go, and the score is 6-5. But now we've corrected that, 14-6, and the scoreboard is now reading 5 minutes to play. So Cisco again, lots of room to make up here, and that one juggled and caught. So I believe that is Troy Henderson, number 21, on the reception. Puts the ball up to about the 26-yard line. So still a long distance to go. And we'll have a roughing the passer call against the Rebels, which helps out Independence. It puts the ball there at about the 18-yard line of Franklin. So our scoreboard is working, but I don't believe our clock is working, as they have a big step ladder down there beneath the scoreboard, still working away. Nevertheless, we've got a 14-6 score. Franklin up on top.
First down.
And the roughing the passer, I believe, is an automatic first down. So again, Independence in business. Nate Cisco back to fire over the middle. That will be picked off in the end zone by number 3, Gentry Neese. So again, Franklin dodges the bullet. Gentry Neese able to come away with the pick. And Franklin will take over. At their own 20-yard line. So the second turnover of the night for Independence. Had a fumble, but they recovered their own a few plays ago. Jet Wilson on the first pick of the night, and now Gentry Neese with the second. So the Rebels now with an opportunity. Gentry over to the left side, thought about passing. He's got a little bit of daylight, and he finds his way almost to the 40-yard line. Big first down for the Rebels, as Hendry will be dropped at about the 37-yard line. Franklin able to rip one off every once in a while. Kind of hammer the ball there in the center and then find a little bit of pay dirt there when they start to swing it out a little bit. So the Rebs back in business. 1st and 10 from their own 39. Hendry again. Back to pass. Inside. That one nearly. It is picked off. Ball tipped away. And number 6, Brooks Howard, comes away with the interception. So back-to-back turnovers here. And now Independence takes over. 1st and 10 at the 44. To Brooks Howard with a big pick right there. As Independence heads back to the offensive side of the ball. And Cisco fires away, but we've got a flag. I think we've got a false start that time.
Just under 3.5 minutes to go in the half.
So we'll have a false start on Independence, back them up 5 yards.
False start on the Eagles. That'll back them up. We'll try it again.
I believe we're under 3 minutes to go here in the half. As that massive Franklin band rehearses over on the west end zone. Cisco again. 2 receivers left, 2 right. The give up the middle to Henderson. Henderson tries to find a little daylight, dances away from some Franklin defenders. And he will be dropped at about the 45-yard line. Turned disaster into a moderate amount of success as he's able to cross the 45, pick up a couple of yards. Brings up 2nd down and about 8. Second down and 8, 3 receivers to the right for Nate Cisco. It fires to the right, and that one nearly picked off.
Cisco's pass.
Number I have a 34, but I have no name for the number 34 on my roster. No, I take that back. I was looking at the wrong roster. Yet again, Gavin King nearly came up with the pick for Franklin. So 3rd down and about 8 for Independence. Cisco again rolling to his right, flushed out. Inside, looks like the get to Henderson again. And he will be dropped short of the first. Kendrell Scurry, excuse me, number 23. Just shy of the 1st down, about a football length short of the first.
Oh, you're on the reception.
And Scott Blades will elect to kick this one away. Maybe. We shall see. We have a timeout on the field. And the Rebels will call a timeout to think about this one. Make sure they've got all their ducks in a row in case Independence does try a fake punt. They're in a perfect position for it.
Quick auto and muffler. Timeout. To go in the half. Under 3 minutes.
So we're under 3 minutes to go until halftime. So Scott Blades calls his punter, and Indy, they roll the bones here. 4th and short. Cisco again, inside give. This one is to Scurry, I believe, or Henderson rather, and he will have the 1st down up to the 40-yard line. So pickup of about 6 on the play.
Hawks on the tackle for the Rebels.
So Indy with a 1st and 10 at the Franklin 41. Under 3 minutes to go here before halftime. Franklin leading 14-6. This time they go to the right side with the same play. That one was again to number 21. That's Henderson. One more time, and he's up to about the 35-yard line.
Tackled by Kelton.
And the lineman there for Independence slow to get up. Looks like he got a foot stepped on.
2nd and 4 for the Eagles.
Indy now with a 2nd down and 4. Ball spotted at the Franklin 35-yard line. Cisco again, 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Looks to pass. Pump fake again. This time going deep. That one knocked in the air and nearly picked off.
This goes pass intended for Sheffield, incomplete.
TJ Sheffield, the intended receiver there for Independence.
Broken up by Jeff Wilson, brings up 3rd down for Independence.
So Indy will have it 3rd down and about 5.
Roughly 1 minute and 40
3rd down and about 4 from the Franklin 35-yard line. This time the inside give. That one to Scurry, and he will be dropped short. Crosses the 35-yard line, but he was dropped shy of the 1st down.
Number 83, Isaiah Collier on the carry.
Collier on the stop for Franklin.
Brings up 4th down for Independence.
Indy again facing a 4th down. About a yard to go this time. Got to think Blades, Coach Blades will again go for it here on 4th down as the clock ticks closer and closer to the halftime. And we've got a whistle. And we'll have a timeout. Independence. So 14-6 still your score.
Coach, to remind you that in addition to the fans performing at halftime, our concession stand is wide open for you. So come on down, get you some Indy chow. Don't go home hungry tonight.
Franklin able to get on the board first tonight, followed Independence answered with a score of their own, but they were unable to capitalize on the point after try, so it made the score 7-6. And then Franklin going for a field goal of about 12 yards. And the snap was bobbled by Critchlow, the holder, but he was able to collect it, race to his right, and find his receiver in the back of the end zone for the score, and that's where we stayed now. 14-6. 4th down for Independence. 4th and short, very short. Cisco again, this time that pass dropped by number 2, TJ Sheffield. And we've got flags all over the place as Franklin dodged the bullet on the pass, but it looks like they're going to have either an unsportsmanlike or a personal foul here on the defense.
Flag on the play, roughly 14 seconds in the contest. 1st half, 14 seconds.
And the Franklin kids pointing to Independence. So personal foul on Franklin. But that was I suppose after the play had happened. So I guess they will assess the penalty as Franklin takes over here. Is that what's going to? Not altogether clear. So I suppose that's what's going to happen here. So Franklin will take over, and they will likely look to kill it right here.
Somehow the ball's going over to the Rebels.
The announcer and I confused about the same thing. He said somehow the ball goes over to the Rebels. So it must have been way after the play. So they reward Franklin on the incomplete pass. And they give the ball back to the Rebels at the 20-yard line. So regardless, our score 14-6 as we head into halftime of this big Region 6-6A matchup between these two cross-county rivals. The Franklin Rebels visiting the Independence Eagles. We are back after the halftime break.
I will remind you that the Franklin band will be taking the field shortly, followed by the
Hi, and welcome to our Pet of the Week segment for cats. I've got a little kitten here whose name is Bo. He's about 7 weeks old. He's an example of the many, many kittens that we have here right now at Williamson County Animal Center. I counted this morning, and there are about 50 in our adoption area, and there are also about 70 adult cats. So we are at what we call cat capacity over here, and we have waived all the adoption fees on both the cats and kittens until this overcrowding is solved. We have kittens of every size and shape. This one's one of the tiniest ones we have for adoption. Doesn't even weigh enough yet to be spayed or neutered, so there would be a requirement for a deposit to be made for you to bring it back for the surgery. But we also have a number of kittens that are 5 and 6 months old, which is a great age to start out with a kitten and socialize, and they love to play. So I advise you to come over here to the shelter if you've ever thought about adopting a kitten. Please come over here today and see the many kittens that we have. This is the result of what we called kitten season back in June, when we had about 300 in a month come in as newborns. They've been bottle fed, and now they're all old enough to be adopted. So they've all come back, and we're overcrowded again. So we could use your help. If you've ever thought about adopting a cat or kitten, come on over to the Williamson County Animal Center. Hi, this is Sheba. She's a 7-year-old, which is considered in some ways an adult dog or even a senior dog. Sheba was surrendered to us. The owner could no longer keep her, and that's the kind of animals that we take in here at the shelter and find them homes. Sheba is part Spitz, and she's a red Spitz, which is normally you see the white color more. She had a couple little skin issues here that we're working on, but Sheba is housebroken, and she's sweet as she could be. She's just been playing in our play yard before we taped this segment. She loves to run. She would need a place where she could play, and she is known to be good with cats, according to the previous owner, but maybe not so good with kids. So consider that if you come by to look at Sheba. We have about 30 dogs available for adoption right now at the Williamson County Animal Center, and I hope you'll come by and see them. They're all shapes and sizes, and we can find something to meet your needs and your circumstances. So come see us sometime, and please adopt, don't shop.
Back at Independence High School for tonight's big 6A matchup between the Franklin Rebels and the Independence Eagles. My name is Michael Williams. We have an operating scoreboard. Hallelujah. We were scoreboardless in that first half. We're kind of guessing at everything, but now we've got lighted numbers, or lit numbers, lighted numbers, and we are set to go. Franklin leads this one 14-6. Surprising these Eagles, Franklin coming into this ball game with a record of 1-3. Indy on tap. Indy is at 2-2 on the season, but Franklin with a 14-6 advantage at the moment, and they will take the second half kickoff. Is that back into the end zone, so Franklin will take over first down and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Rebels got on the board early in the first quarter with a Jet Wilson pick, followed by a a Gaka touchdown. And then Independence answered with a TJ Henderson score from long distance. Independence unable to capitalize on the point after try, but Franklin comes back with a touchdown of their own on a botched field goal attempt, as John Critchlow able to find a receiver in the back of the end zone. So that's where we are at the moment. Franklin tries to run it out past the 20-yard line, gain of about 1. Brings up 2nd down and 9. Franklin with a big win last week over McGavick, their first win of the season. And Independence notched a big win over Hillsborough last week. So just underway here in the second half. The give inside to Gaka, and he's going to be stacked up short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark him about the 23. Bring up 3rd down and about 7. Coach Donnie Webb of the Franklin Rebels trying to establish that running game. Meanwhile, Nathan Cisco, quarterback for Independence, having a whale of a night through the air. Connected on 18 of 23 passes last week for 341 yards and accounting for 5 touchdowns. So Franklin now 3rd down. Long pass. And that one will be picked off by number 5. That is Tavion Hamilton. And he'll intercept the Carter Hendry pass. So about the size of a long punt right there for Franklin, as they were 3rd and long. But Independence never want to see that turnover there. Independence able to come up with a pick. And they'll take over 1st down and 10 from their own 33-yard line. So Cisco now, 3 receivers to his left. He's having a great night through the air. And you have a feeling that he just might uncork one here before too much longer. He goes inside, well thought about going inside. Got his receiver, and that will be picked. Franklin comes away with the interception. And Gentry Neese will take over. So back-to-back turnovers. And Franklin is back in business. Gentry Neese on the pick. Cisco may have gotten a little greedy right there. He had an inside receiver wide open, but elected to go long, and Franklin able to come away with the pick. And the Rebs take over 1st and 10 from the Indy 44-yard line. So Hendry now pulls it out, pitches to the right, and John Carter Craig, he'll be dropped short. I believe he did not get back to the, we just got back to the line of scrimmage. Carter Hendry again coming up a little gimpy there. He went down there in the 1st quarter, but able to get up and move off the field, get off the field under his own power, and that time a little shaken up again. So 2nd down from the Independence 44-yard line. Hendry now 2 receivers to his left, 1 to the right. Gaka on the give, and he's able to get across the 43, make it about the 42-yard line, so maybe a pickup of 2 right there. Brings up 3rd down. An accurate clock ticks away, and we have 9:25 here to go in the 3rd quarter. Franklin leading 14-6. Ball is on the 42-yard line. 3rd down and 8 for the Rebs. Trying to notch their 2nd win of the year. Craig over to the left side, and he'll be run out of bounds. Crosses the 40-yard line, but well shy of the 1st down. Pickup of about 4 yards. And again, does Donnie Webb roll the bones here? He does not. He'll send his punting team out on the field.
4th and about 5. Looks like they will put the ball in the air off and put.
Landon Carter. Boy, had a tough punt to close out the first quarter, the first half rather. Bad shanked punt, about 5 yards in distance, but this time gets a decent one away. And I believe that was Henderson. Did not call for the fair catch. Caught the ball about the 10-yard line, gets up to about the 15. So Indy takes over 1st and 10 from their own 15-yard line. 8:52 to go here in the third. Franklin with a 14-6 edge. Big Region 6A matchup. WCTV will be at Summit High School next week for the Spartans and the Page Patriots. Eagles trying to connect here. Cisco with 2 backs in the backfield. 2 receivers to his left. And Franklin will be called for the jump right there. So a free 5 yards for Independence.
On the play. Offside on the Rebels. 1st and 5 for the Eagles.
So the ball is moved up just past the 20-yard line. Franklin will be docked the 5 yards. Indy has it 1st and 5 now. Cisco again, the inside give. That one finds Pater all the way. You won't catch him. That is number 21, Troy Henderson. Takes it 80 yards. Big score for Independence. Found a seam, and Troy Henderson was gone. We'll call it 75 yards because I believe they were at the, oh no, they were at the 20-yard line, I think. So an 80-yard touchdown scamper for Troy Henderson, the senior running back. Boy, he got a step and he put on the afterburners and he was out of there.
Flag on the field.
Well, we do have a flag on the play. I don't think this is going to affect the touchdown, as the referees confab there at the 15-yard line. Touchdown's going to be good before a figure.
Touchdown.
Another unsportsmanlike call against Indy right here. So that will likely be assessed on the kickoff.
Dead ball and sportsmanlike conduct on Independence.
So Indy with an opportunity to tie the game here. You got to think Coach Blades will go for the 2-point conversion here because they're down by 1 still, even if they hit the PAT. But no, they actually they'll back up the PAT to the about the 18-yard line. So call it a 35-yard field goal attempt.
Ball comes back to the 18-yard line. Eagles to attempt the extra point.
So that one is up and true. So Landry boots it through. I'm sure that's what Coach Blades is cool with scoring the touchdown, but he probably wanted the opportunity to go for that 2-point conversion so he could tie the game up. The unsportsmanlike backs up the PAT to the 18-yard line. And despite the touchdown, Independence still trails Franklin by a point here. But Troy Henderson, what a great run that was from the 20-yard line. 80-yard scamper. Here with 8:38 to go here in the third quarter. So Indy set to kick it away. Rigney now. Set to boot it. And that one will fall short, so Franklin's got an opportunity to bring this one back. That is number 5. John Carter Craig with a massive return.
J.C. Craig on the return. Goes out of bounds.
Found some green over there on that left side.
Set up shot, 1st and 10.
And finds a great seam. Puts Franklin in business at about the 45-yard line. 1st and 10. I'll call it the 47-yard line. Here go the Rebs now with a chance to answer. The inside give is to Gaka. That time crosses the 45-yard line, close to the 40. Pickup of about 5 yards on the play.
Gaka on the carry for the Rebels. Robertson leads the tackling for the Eagles. 2nd down.
So bring up about 2nd and about 5 here. 8 minutes to go in the 3rd. Franklin leading by 1, 14-13. Injury again this time, driving to his right, finds a little bit of daylight. He'll cut to his left, all the way across the 20 to the 15, and he's chased out of bounds at about the 15-yard line. So big pickup right there for Carter Hendry, as Franklin has the 1st down.
Brooks Howard on the pursuit for the Eagles.
And that has worked pretty well for Franklin tonight. Hendry on that keeper, fakes that inside and finds that seam open up over on his left. And so he's able to scamper down to the 15-yard line.
Let's go, defense, shut it down, let's go.
1st and 10, Franklin still has the opportunity to pick up the 1st down right here. Gaka again, as he bulls his way across the 10-yard line.
Number 24, Gaka up the middle for the Rebels.
Spot the ball about the 9-yard line of Independence.
Hamilton on the stop.
As the Rebels now put themselves in a great position.
2nd down, Franklin.
2nd down, Franklin again with the opportunity. They can still pick up the 1st right here. They've got to get to the 5-yard line. And we'll have a whistle. Don't know if we'll have movement or if that was a timeout. So we do have movement. False start for the Rebs, so back it up 5 yards. Not what they wanted right there.
Start on the Rebels, then we'll back them up. Still 2nd down. Second down and 9.
So what was 2nd down and 4 is now 2nd down and 9. Here are the Rebs again, inside to Gaka, weaving his way back to the 10-yard line.
That Gaka on the carry brings up 3rd down for the Rebels.
Let's go, defense, hold it right here, let's go.
3rd down, about 6 to go.
Up to the 11, Franklin still has to get to the 5-yard line for the 1st. Gaka again looking for a hole, and he's going to run into a pile of people there at the 10, so no gain.
Indy holds.
Does Coach Webb try for this 1st?
Let's go, baby, let's go.
Or does he go ahead and try the field goal? Looks like he's going to try his field goal here. Last time Franklin did this, they wind up with a score. Or the touchdown, rather.
Stop for the Eagles.
You can score on a field goal, of course, but
4th down for Franklin. They'll set up a field goal.
the snap was bobbled in the 1st quarter, and Critchlow, the holder, number 20, able to find a receiver there in the back of the end zone, so the Rebs able to score on that one. So Chris Miller-Hill on for the try. That one is up, and they'll call it good. So your new score, Franklin puts 17 on the board.
Critchlow with the hold.
17-13.
4th down. Franklin
Rebels
17,
with
Independence
5:41 to go
13.
here in the third quarter.
Hey folks, why don't you give it up for some of the hardest working athletes in the house, your Independence Eagle cheerleaders and dance team. Give it up for our cheerleaders and dance team. Bringing it to you tonight.
Packed house tonight here at Indy. Down here in Thompson Station, we have the Heritage Middle School and the Heritage Elementary School. They are in the east end zone. The Rebellion, you see they're on the far side in their pastels. I guess those are pastels. I don't know, somebody might have to help me out with that. And then the always entertaining Franklin Band over there on the sideline. Put on a heck of a halftime show, as did Independence. Great night for football. Last time we were here, Independence and Centennial, it was not a great night for football. It was raining sideways and we were all about to float away and freeze our tails off. So the kick is away, bounces through the end zone that time.
Touchback, Eagles will bring it out.
Indy will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. So here come the Eagles now. Both squads kind of plagued by turnovers tonight. Cisco with 2 backs in his backfield. Franklin might be called for a jump right there. Henderson again. And he is dropped just shy of the 40-yard line. Troy Henderson, what a night he's having. The senior running back. Dropped just shy of the 40. He's got a couple of touchdowns tonight to Troy Henderson. And Franklin cannot seem to find an answer for him. So Indy now with 2 backs in the backfield, 2 receivers to the right. Again, the inside give is to Henderson. Tries to find some daylight, and he does. Close to another first down is Troy Henderson. Gets up close to the 49-yard line, just about a yard shy. So that'll bring up 2nd down 1.
Brings up 2nd down in the yard.
So Coach Blades can choose to uncork one right here if he wants to. 2nd and 1 with Cisco and that live arm of his. Again, with the 2 backs in the backfield, he's got 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Goes to his right. That one's going to sail over the head of number 11, Harold Arana.
Pass intended for Arana.
Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 3rd and short for the Eagles.
Scurry number 23 for Independence, the big receiver. They've got him listed at 6'4", 180. He's a junior. He's had a couple of nice passes tonight. He is a mismatch for most high school DBs. He's the one at the bottom of the screen. There's Henderson again. He will be close to the first down. Number 65 for Franklin, that is Kyle Means.
For the Rebels, Henderson carries.
As he comes up with a big stop.
And
Indy looks to be just shy, but they'll call in the chain gang to come in and measure.
Officials timeout for a measurement.
I think they might be just a shade shy here. And they are just a touch. So they're about half the length of the football
Eagles short of the
to
first
get
down.
that first. So bring up 4th down and 1. 4:03 to go in the
No
third.
matter. Here we go. 4th down. Eagles.
And here are the Eagles. Now be careful, because Coach Blades, he's been known to uncork one right here. And Cisco again with that live arm. Franklin bunching up, crowding that line of scrimmage. They're expecting the run. And here they go. And the ball is dropped. It's on the floor. And it doesn't really matter who's come up with it, because it's going to be Franklin's ball either way. So a bobbled snap ends in disaster for Independence as the ball goes over. 1st and 10, Franklin will take over from about the 45-yard line. Rebs leading 17-13. 3:55 to go in the third. So Independence, boy, they've missed out on a number of opportunities tonight with turnovers and mistakes at bad times, and that was one of the worst right there. Had about 6 inches to go for a first, with bobbled the snap, and Franklin is able to take over. So 1st and 10 from the Independence 45. Here's Gaka again up the center, and he's going to cross the 40-yard line, close to the 37. Pickup of about 6 yards.
On the tackle for the Eagles.
Bring up 2nd down and 4.
Brings up 2nd and about 4.
Here are the Rebs. 2 receivers left. Again, Gaka up the center. And stopped shy of the 35-yard line. Pickup of about 2 yards. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Reynolds on the stop for the Eagles.
As we take under 3 minutes here in the third quarter.
Brings up 3rd down.
The Rebs probably okay with this, because they're chewing on the clock, and that's exactly what their MO is. Again, Gaka, but we've got a false start on Franklin. So Franklin also kind of shooting themselves in the foot, if you'll pardon the cliche. And they've got a false start, so that will back them up.
The Franklin offense, that'll back them up. Still 3rd down. 3rd down at about 8. 2 minutes, 45 seconds to go in the third.
So the Rebs now, instead of facing 3rd and 2, face 3rd down and 8. Hendry now, 2 receivers to his right, sends one in motion. That's Craig. He's got that left side. He's being chased. He's not going anywhere with that. Independence sniffed that out perfectly.
Jackson bringing the heat for the Eagles.
As John Carter Craig will be dropped.
For the Rebels.
And now the Rebs have to punt it away.
Brings up 4th down and 7. Rebels will punt it away.
Landon Carter back at about his 10-yard line there. Or Landon Carter is kicking, sorry.
Carter to punt.
Decent, as Henderson is able to come up and field it, but no fair catch again, and he'll cross the 20-yard line.
Sheffield on the carry.
Or Sheffield, rather, TJ Sheffield.
14 Beard on the stop.
Forgive these old eyes, Williamson County. It's kind of difficult to see these numbers of these Independence Eagles. If anybody would care to donate a pair of binoculars, I am happy to receive the donation of said binoculars.
21, 1st and 10.
So Independence takes over 1st and 10 from their own 21-yard line. 1:46 to go in the third. Franklin leading 17-13. Cisco up the center. pickup of about 4. Bring up second down. He's up to about the 27-yard line.
Kobe Creed on the carry for the Eagles. Yak on the stop for the Rebels. 2nd and 4.
So 2nd down and 4. Again, that 2-back set. This time Henderson off to the left side. Got a little bit of seam and gets up to about the 40-yard line. So he'll have the first down to Troy Henderson.
On the carry,
He's had a great night on the ground tonight. Over 100 yards does Troy Henderson have. A couple of touchdowns.
First down.
So 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line as we approach a minute to go here in the 3rd. Again, 2 backs in the backfield, 2 receivers to the right. Cisco again, looking for some room. Got a little daylight. He'll find some. That is not Cisco. That is number 10. That is John Tyler Reeves, and he will take it all the way for the score. So John Tyler Reeves finds some green and a little daylight, and he's able to put his team on top now. 19-17. And now Independence with an opportunity to go on top by 3. 41 seconds to go. The kick is up and that's through, so Independence, they strike again with that long run. 20-17. Their first lead of the night. So John Tyler Reeves able to scamper 60 yards for the score. Reeves, the 10th grader, or no, check that, he is an 11th grader. And him listed at 6'2", 182 pounds. Showed some speed right there on that right side as he was able to break through that Franklin line, make a couple of people miss. And he was off to the races. So Independence takes control. 41 seconds to go here in the ball in the 3rd quarter. As Rigney is set to kick it away. And that one will come out to the 20-yard line.
Kick goes into the end zone. Rebels bring it out to the 20. Speaking of 20, Eagles 20, Rebels 17.
Let's go, defense, get that ball, man.
So the Rebs take over 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. 41 seconds to go in the 3rd. Indy takes control of the game with a long run, 60-yard touchdown scamper by John Tyler Reeves. And here come the Rebs. Connor Craig on the sweep to the left, and he will be up close to the first down. Crosses the 30-yard line before he's tackled out of bounds.
Robinson on the tackle.
And he'll have the first down.
First down, Rebels.
Ball just beyond the 30-yard line. As we tick down under 30 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. 2 receivers to the left. Man goes in motion. That's Rashad Jenkins. Number 12, he fights his way up close to the 40-yard line. And he'll be stopped shy of the 40 to about the 39, pickup of about 6 yards.
Take the ball out of here.
And that's the end of the 3rd quarter. So we'll swap into the field here. Franklin now against the wall headed into the third quarter as they're down by 3 points, 20-17 to the host Independence Eagles.
Your score, Indy 20.
Indy seeking their third win on the year. Franklin seeking their second win on the year. So you see there on the screen, that's big on the back of that pack right there. That's big Max Ray, number 77. Talked about Max a little bit. I used to teach him back when he was in 7th grade, when he was my height. But he is long since passed me. He is listed at 6'7", 290 pounds. He was committed to the Georgia Bulldogs in his younger years as a high schooler, but Urban Meyer from Ohio State lured him away, and he is committed to the Buckeyes. So Max is a 4-star offensive lineman, and his brother, number 75, Jacob Ray, is just as big. As you see Hendry crossing the 40-yard line. He'll have the close to the first down. I don't have any word on where Jake is looking, but I'm sure with his size at 6'5", 302 that he's got some top-tier programs after him as well. I taught both of those boys when they were when they were 7th graders at Grassland Middle School, and so proud of the way they both turned out. So the give to Rashad Jenkins this time, and he's going to be spun down as he gets just past the line of scrimmage.
Rashad Jenkins on the carry, brought down by...
Bring up third down, about 10. So here are the Rebs facing second down and 10. Hendry again sends 2 receivers to his left. One comes in motion. The inside give is to Jenkins. And Jenkins will get up to the 45-yard line, and he's wrestled back.
Another big stop by Independence for Rashad Jenkins on the carry for the Rebels.
So Jenkins will pick up a 1. Brings up third down and 9. Franklin kind of up against it here. Indy took the lead after having trailing for the entire ball game. Took the lead in the last quarter on a 60-yard scamper by John Tyler Reams. And now the Rebels down by 3. So third down and 9 now, 10-10 to go. Hendry rolling to his left, looking deep. That pass will be caught by Spencer Holder, number 8. Has to come back for the ball, lands on it at the 20-yard line of Independence.
With a big gain for the Rebels.
So about a 35-yard pickup there for Franklin. Puts the ball down to the 20-yard line of Independence. Franklin will have it first and 10. 10:03 to go in the ball game. First and 10 from the Independence 20. Inside give is to Jenkins. He'll be tripped up after a gain of about 2.
Jenkins on the carry. Bixby on the tackle.
Carter Craig checking back in as Jenkins heads out. Under 10 minutes to go. Franklin looking to take the lead here. Second down and 7. Two receivers to the right. Craig in motion. He's got it on the right side. And he'll cross the 15-yard line. Still on his feet.
J.C. Craig on the sweep.
And makes it down inside the 10. Thought he was run out of bounds over there on that far side, but still saw him out on his feet there. And Franklin will have it, 1st and goal. .9:04 to go in the game. Franklin knocking on the door after Independence able to take the lead just before that end of the 3rd quarter. Hendry again. Backs up the jump pass. That one is just out of the reach of number 24, Matt Gaka.
Hendry with the jump pass, incomplete.
I don't know if if that was an intended jump pass. It looked like he had to jump to get it over the arms of the defender. But nevertheless, brings up 3rd down. Or check that, 2nd down. 2nd and goal. Ball marked on the Independent 7-yard line. So here come the Rebs. Inside give to Gaka. Still churning, and he fights his way to the 5-yard line. Pickup of maybe 2. The 3rd and goal for Franklin. 5 yards to the end zone.
Lanford on the stop for the Eagles. Brings up 3rd and goal. Here we go.
Here go the Rebs. Inside. It's Hendry. He's on the left, and he's got a touchdown.
Touchdown Rebels.
So Hendry.
And the keeper.
That's worked a good deal tonight. Hendry able to find some room on that left side and scamper into the end zone. Franklin again takes the lead, 23-20. As Chris Miller-Hill will come on and try to put the Rebs back up 24-20. 8:18 to go in the ball game.
Miller-Hill on to hit the extra point for the Rebels.
So Miller-Hill knocks it through, 24-20, your new score, 8:18 to go in the ball game.
Folks, we want to thank some of our sponsors tonight, our 2017 gold sponsors, Phillips Framing Associates, Rock Harbor Marine and Blue Moon Waterfront Grill, along with our 2017
So Sheffield, he'll
Navy
head back to field the kick.
Nation Cleaners, Polycritic, Matco, United Healthcare, and Vanderbilt Medical Group.
As will Kendall Scurry and Troy Henderson. Franklin takes the lead on the Carter Hendry 5-yard scamper. Again, Franklin looking for their 2nd win of the year. Independence looking for their 3rd. Miller-Hill now set to kick it away. Boots this one. This one will be returned. Well, thought so, but the
ball goes into the end zone.
Ball goes into the end zone, so Independence takes over. 1st and 10 from their own 20.
Other sponsors we want to thank: Sweetwater Pools, First Tennessee Bank, Quick Auto and Muffler, Bojangles, Buffalo Wings and Rings, Chick-fil-A.
As the obligatory car alarm goes off in the parking lot.
Buffalo Wings and Rings, Green and Stone, Marcus Knowing, Tito's, McDonald's of Spring Hill, and Vanderbilt Bone and Joint.
So Independence, 1st and 10 from their own 20. Now they are down after taking the lead. Can this Franklin defense hold? Henderson inside. Will be wrestled down, just crosses the 20-yard line, maybe a pickup of 1. TJ Sheffield, rather.
Means on the stop.
Kyle Means, number 65 for the Rebs on the stop. Second down and 8. 7:44 to go. Cisco close to the 25.
Kobe Creed on the quarterback keeper. That'll bring up third down for the Eagles.
Kobe Creed, number 18, rather, the quarterback for Independence. Stop just shy of the 25-yard line, brings up third down and 6.
Mr. Jones on the west side on the track. Mr. Jones.
So I believe that's still Kobe Creed in at quarterback. Take it, roll to his right, looking for a receiver. He's got one that will fall short. The intended receiver was Harold Arana, and that falls incomplete. Independence now forced to punt again. Matt Rigney, number 93, set to kick it away. John Carter Craig set to return for the Rebs. Rigney again, Scott Blades talking about him earlier, said he has definite Division I potential. And Craig lets that one take a bounce after calling for the fair catch, but it falls inside the 25-yard line. Franklin will take over first and 10. 6:52 to go in the ball game. So Rigney able to flip the field. I think I've heard this song every day since 1983. Not saying that I'm old or anything. Here are the Rebels, first and 10 from their own 24. Carter Craig looking to pitch. He'll be swallowed up right there. Not going anywhere as he loses about 3 yards.
Schaefer on the stop.
Thought about that pitch to the right side, but thought better of it and has to take the sack right there. So a loss of about 3, maybe 4 yards. Scoreboard says second down and 16, but it is more like second down and 14. Inside give, Carter Craig again. Got a little bit of daylight, and he'll fight his way up to the 25-yard line, just over it.
Bixby and Buhner on the stop. Craig the carrier.
Bring up third down and 9. 5:48 to go in the ball game. Franklin leading 24 to 20.
Down.
Here are the Rebs. Entry, back to pass. He looks, got his man. Caught by number 11, that is Chancellor Bright, his first reception of the night. Chancellor, the 10th grader. Franklin picks up the first down. Maintain control. Get first downs. Run this clock out. Franklin's got a great opportunity to get out of here with a win. With 5:23 to go in the ball game. I shouldn't speak too soon, however. Still high school football. There's the sweep. Gaka look for a little bit of room, and he will fall forward to about the 43-yard line. Pickup of maybe 4 on the play.
Matt Gaka on the carry.
A-OK for Coach Webb because that keeps the clock ticking. Just under 5 minutes to go now.
Brings up second and about 6.
Injury again. Inside to Gaka one more time. And they've got that swallowed up easily. Does Independence. They're not fooling the Eagles defense on that play anymore.
For no gain. Lanford on the stop. Brings up a key 3rd and 5.
So pickup of a couple of yards on that one as Franklin now faces a 3rd down and 5. 4:15 to go in the ball game. Rebs not in any big hurry here. Although I'm sure they'd love to put a couple more points on the board. Under 4 minutes to go. Hendry now. 2 receivers to his right. Hendry to the left side. They sniffed that out. Nicely did Independence. And they'll drop Hendry just as he crosses the 45-yard line. Brings up 4th down and 3. And Franklin will have to punt this one away.
Thomas with a big stop.
But they have not marched their punting team on the field yet. But now here they come. So Landon Carter once again, he needs to uncork one right here. He had a bad shank there in the 3rd quarter. He needs to blister one right here and switch the field on Independence. Kicks away. Pretty nice. Fielded nicely by TJ Sheffield. Had a little bit of room and got a nice return up to the 40-yard line. So Independence able to take over. 2 minutes, 46 seconds to go in the ball game. Indy needs a touchdown. Field goal will be not enough. So here's Independence, 1st and 10 from their 39. Looks like Cisco back in the game, and we've got a flag.
Flag on the play.
And Franklin will, too many men. So big mistake there for the Rebs. 1st and 5 now.
Penalty on the Franklin.
Up to the 44-yard line.
Gives Indy another 5 yards.
So Cisco now, 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Throws to his left. That is caught by number 23. That is Kendall Scurry, able to leap over one defender, make it up to the 50-yard line, and he'll have a 1st down for Independence.
Given out of bounds by number 24, Matt Gaka.
Gaka with the stop for the Rebs. 2:37 to go in the ball game. Single back now. 2 receivers left, 2 right. We'll have another whistle. And so I guess they blew the whistle to reset the flags there, or the sticks. So 1st and 10, 2:34 to go. Here's Cisco firing to his left to Henderson. Got some room. Over to the left side. Still on his feet. Still going. And run out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
Collier on the catch. That's another Sweetwater Pools Eagle. 1st down.
So that was Collier on the catch. So ball just shy of the 30-yard line. 1st and 10. 2:23 to go. There's Henderson up the middle. This time, does he go for his 3rd touchdown? Still on his feet. Just past the 10. Troy Henderson up to about the 7-yard line. Another 1st down for Independence. Boy, they needed that. Troy Henderson having a heck of a night for Independence. Franklin has no answer. As Henderson able to race the ball down to the 8-yard line of Franklin. 2:13 to go in the ball game.
First and goal for the Eagles on the 7.
First and goal down at the 7-yard line. Here are the Eagles. The inside give, that time stopped short is Henderson. I believe Gaka and Means in there.
Henderson on the carry. Coleman on the stop. Short gain on the play, brings up second down.
Stopped a couple of yards shy of the 5-yard line. Clock ticks under 2 minutes to go in the ball game. 1:47 now. Indy needing a touchdown to take the lead. Field goal won't do it. Here's Cisco again. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Cisco look to his right, fires inside, touchdown! Independence! That is Kendall Scurry, number 23. The big junior, the 6'4", 11th grader, comes up with the score for the Eagles. So Indy, in what has become a seesaw affair here in the second half, they take control, 26-27. 1:31 to go in the ball game. Weston Landry on the PAT, so Independence able to take the 3-point lead, 27-24, 1:31 to go in the ball game. Indy drew that play up perfectly to Scurry. Had some height on his defender, and Scurry able to haul in the short touchdown pass to put Independence back on top, 27-24. This is our 4th lead change in the second half. So the Rebs gonna have 91 seconds to try to tie this one up or steal the win. $1:31 to go in the ball game.
Rigney to kick for the Eagles.
Rigney to kick it away. And that one will jump into the end zone. Franklin takes over, 1st and 10. From their own 20-yard line.
And give it a go.
I want to say Franklin has all their timeouts remaining. So here come the Rebs, 80 yards away. 1:31 to go in the ball game. Gentry back to pass, looks to his left, fires away. That one is just out of reach of number 5. That is John Carter Craig. Play was drawn up nicely, but pass falls just out of the reach of Craig. Take 6 seconds off the clock. 1:25 to go in the ball game. Indy again, 27-24. And here go the Reds. Gentry up the gut. Got a little daylight. He'll have a first down. Stops the clock at 1:17. Makes it up to about the 37.
Blake Bixby on the stop for the Eagles. Double first down. 1:17 to go.
Rebs with the first down. Gentry sends 3 receivers to his right. Franklin Band comes alive. Gentry back to pass. That one out of the reach of Nice. 1:09 to go, brings up second down and 10.
Second down for the Rebels. 1:09 to go.
Here are the Rebs, running out of options here, running out of time. Hendry with 3 receivers to his right. Looking to his right, flushed out. Ball is caught. Connor Craig has a first down, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock with 1:02 remaining.
Gomez on the stop for the Eagles, about before Rebel first
Just
down.
past the 45-yard line to the 46. Franklin has it first and 10, 1:02 remaining. Here are the Rebs. Miller Hill, the senior, got a good leg. He can boot it through from a long way away. He can try and tie this one with a field goal. Entry, back to pass. That one is over the outstretched arms of number 11, Chancellor Bright, who had a big catch for a first down a few series ago. Stops the clock with 58 seconds remaining. Second down, 10.
Second down for the Rebels.
Ball spotted on the 46-yard line. Franklin. Crowd comes to life here. Shannon defense. Hendry back to pass. Down the center. That will be picked up. Still on his feet is number 3. That is Javon Robertson. And he will seal the win for Independence. Hendry is back down on the ground. He has been banged up tonight. This is the 3rd time he's had a hard time getting back to his feet.
Injured Rebel on the field, number 6, Carter Hendry.
So 45 seconds remaining. As Carter Hendry is the injured Rebel. So Independence will go to 3-2 on the season. Franklin will drop their 4th ball game of the year, falling to 1-4. As Hendry is slow to get up, able to make it off under his own power. And he drops back down to a knee over there. So Hendry able to make it off with his own under his own power. And he will go into that victory formation likely. 45 seconds to go. They will take the 27-24 win, barring anything crazy here. So Cisco back in the shotgun. I would have thought they would have killed this right here, but they'll go ahead and run it. And Henderson will cross the 45-yard line.
Henderson on the carry.
So 38 seconds to go in the ball game. Franklin takes a timeout.
We've got one set at the concession stand and another set of keys with Mr. Jones down on the track near the exit area. A couple sets of keys found. Timeout, Rebels. Folks, the Tennessee Governor's Highway Safety Office wants to remind you as you leave today, please remember to stay safe on the road. Click it or ticket and don't let friends drive in pairs. Buckle up and be safe.
So 38 seconds to go. Franklin can stop the ball, stop the clock one more time with a timeout. Cisco again back in the gun. And they've got to be super careful here. Henderson take it up that left side. He's not going to try anything crazy.
Troy Henderson on the carry.
And again, Franklin will.
Roberts on the tackle.
Call their last timeout, I believe.
Timeout Franklin. Again, 2 sets of keys at the concession stand.
So next week, I believe the WCTV crew will be at Summit High School for the Spartans and the Patriots. Again, Franklin will fall to 1-4 on the year. Independence moves to 3-2. Rebs put up a valiant effort tonight as we had 4 lead changes, I believe, in the second half. But Kendrell Scurry able to catch the game-winning touchdown to put Independence up 27-24. Henderson again finds that left side, and he'll find a little bit of room. And again, Troy Henderson puts the capper on the night. His 3rd touchdown of the evening. And he's got to be approaching 20 or 200 yards to make this one 33-24. So that'll be the dagger. They've had no answer for Troy Henderson tonight, number 21 for Independence. Is the senior running back, likely well over 200 yards. I think he has 3 scores tonight. So ending with a 34-24 lead now. 21 seconds remaining. As they play fly like an eagle through the scoreboard. I think that's the original from the Steve Miller Band. So away we go to end this one. That one's kicked into the end zone.
It goes into the end zone. Will come out to the 20-yard line. Folks, we want to remind you as you exit the stands tonight, if you could grab any trash or material around you, take it down to the garbage.
The Rebs will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line, trailing by 10 points.
We appreciate you helping keep our school clean. Please help us remove your trash from the grandstands this evening.
And this will likely be the last play of the game for Franklin. No more timeouts left. Going deep, and that will be picked off. And that'll do it. Now Coach Blades can sit on.
Picked off by the Eagles. Robertson.
14 seconds remaining in the ball game. Too much Troy Henderson tonight for Independence. Number 21, the senior running back. Be interested to see how many yards he's had. I know he's had 3 touchdowns. And here's Independence, and they'll kill it. So they drop down to a knee, and time ticks away. So that'll do it here at Independence Stadium. Franklin will drop to 1-4 on the season. Independence goes to 3-2, and he takes it 34-24. WCTV, we'll see you next week at Summit and Page. Have a great weekend.
Next action up for the